Mrs. Scanlon, did you hear the stagecoach come earlier?
I think I did.
I think I did hear it. I think I did hear it. And the train whistle, I heard that also.
Yes, I did, yes.
And there is Mrs. Stevens. How delightful to see you. Did you come on the train just a bit ago?
I did. I arrived with my husband by
Yes.
train. And my husband wanted to support our new neighboring town.
We
And-
so appreciate
Yes, and
that.
I wanted to support your business.
And you came all the way from Rushford.
I did.
Thank you so much.
And I need a new hat.
I don't think you need a new hat. I think you want a new hat.
Yes.
Yes. And who do you have with you?
This is my good friend, Mrs. Sarah Stearns from Rochester. Her husband is Judge Stearns.
Yes.
And she's just arrived by stagecoach and is headed to Chicago by train after.
I have heard so much about you and your husband. What an opportunity to meet you. I am so excited about
I
this.
have heard a lot about you, and it's so wonderful to have a woman running her own business.
Thank you so much. Now, you came by stagecoach?
Yes.
All the turns and the bumps and the twists. How are you feeling?
I could do with a little refreshment.
Yes, I can understand that. We will get you something to settle your stomach. Please, have a seat here, Mrs. Stevens. We are so fortunate to have Eliza Burgee runs her own bakery. And we had a fire, tragically, in her wood stove last week, so we had to move our sewing over here. But she's still operating next door, so let's see if she hears me. She did.
Yes.
So she will be bringing some food in a very short time. I want you to meet my dear friend, Mrs. Scanlon. She is here for a dress fitting.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
She does not normally run around in her underclothes. Now, what have you been up to, Harriet? You have such a wonderful past. You have done so much in your life. Would you mind telling the girls about what you have done in the past? Girls,
Of course.
I want you to keep on your projects if you can, but I very much want you to listen to Mrs. Stevens. This is Mrs. Stevens from Rushford. She came on the train today. I know you've met her before when she's been here. And then this is Mrs. Stearns from Rochester. She came on the stagecoach. Could you say good day to Mrs. Stevens?
Good day, ma'am.
Very good. And good day to Mrs. Stearns.
Good day, ma'am.
Very good. I have such wonderful students.
Very nice.
Now, Harriet, please tell the girls about the War of
course.
Succession in particular.
Yes. So, girls, I'm going to start a little further back if you don't mind.
Yes, do.
Now, girls, when I was about your age, my family moved from Ohio to the shores of Lake Michigan in Indiana. The lake is so wide, you cannot see across it. It is like an ocean. Now, my father was very ill, and he remained that way. My mother taught me how to nurse. She then took me to the homes of other individuals, and I helped them as well. It was there that I learned of people who had runaway slaves on their way to Canada and their freedom. These people are called abolitionists. Girls, can you say that?
Abolitionists.
Very good. Now, Vice President to President Grant, Schuyler Colfax, was a good friend of mine. I knew him well. He was one such abolitionist. These two things shaped my life. During the War of Rebellion, I wanted to help soldiers and help and do my part during the war. My mother did not want me to go, but I persisted. I soon found myself on the banks of the Mississippi in St. Louis, going from battlefield to battlefield. When I arrived, the hospitals were filling with injured soldiers. They were losing so much blood, the poor souls. Some men had arms and legs so mangled they had to be removed. At one time, I found myself working with another nurse, caring for 300 men.
Oh,
Just the two of
Is
us.
that even possible?
It had to be. We did our part. I met my husband there as well, George. Luckily, he remained uninjured during the war.
We are so grateful that George was not injured and you are back in Rushford safe and sound. Girls, have you ever heard a story about a more courageous woman than our Mrs. Stevens? Let's give her a little applause for her work. Thank you.
we can, yes.
Oh, I had customers. It took me longer than I wanted. I'm so sorry.
No
Here's the
problem,
refreshments.
Mrs. Burgee. Oh, thank you so much. I want you to meet. Mrs. Scanlon, you just love to entertain my students, don't you? Please leave the underwear behind the screen. Thank you very much. Mrs. Burgee, I would love to have you meet our guests. This is Mrs. Stevens from Rushford. I'm sure you've met her
Oh, it's a
before.
pleasure to see you again.
And this is the Mrs. Stearns from Rochester. She just arrived on the stagecoach. And as you can imagine, she has an upset stomach. All those bumps. Here, have a napkin. And here's a bun to help settle your stomach. Okay. You may do that. I'll save your coffee for later.
Now, Sarah, you wrote that you had something important you wanted to share.
Oh, one moment. Oh, Mrs. Berge, you are an excellent baker.
Oh, thank you.
I shall buy some of these to take on my train right to Chicago. You women are most impressive. Why, in this room we have 2 businesswomen and a ward nurse. Girls. Very good. This is most unusual. These women prove that you can take care of yourselves as well as others. Don't let anyone tell you that women are the weaker sex. This is exactly what I came to speak with you about. I believe if we intelligent mothers are trusted to raise young men to be voters, then we should have the right to vote ourselves. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Well, knowing that, how do you feel about the 15th Amendment? It will give black men the right to vote, but not women. Minnesota has just ratified it.
My husband does not believe in the black vote, but I would like to learn more.
Yes.
During my husband's time in Rushford, he helped many runaway slaves. He feels that the 15th Amendment needs to pass, and I agree. They have put themselves in the way, in harm's way, for their civil rights. In Mr. Frederick Douglass's last visit to Winona, he reminded us that these individuals, these freedmen, have put their lives on the line, and they came to the Union's help in its hour of direst peril. I agree. And I agree with President Lincoln and his Republicans that they need the right to vote.
I absolutely agree. The black race deserves the right to vote. They have earned it. But if it's only black men, 50% of the population is black women, correct? How about the black women's right to vote? And if the black women get a right to vote, as do their black men, how about us white women? Where are our civil rights?
Yes, what about ours?
I propose that we form women's suffrage societies in every city in Minnesota. Northern Iowa has just formed one. This way we can work together to ensure that the 15th Amendment does good as well as not harm us. I am on my way to Chicago right now to a women's suffrage convention. The great Susan B. Anthony will be there. Mrs. Katie Stanton, she will be coming to our state soon. Together, we will learn how to organize.
Yes, we will. Yes, yes.
I feel that Winona could support such a society. The population is large enough, and committees could be formed.
Oh, Henrietta, your girls have done such a
Oh,
beautiful
haven't they done a beautiful job on this? It is beautiful.
That is a portrait.
Is that enough? I think someone else has come to join our party. Let's see who's here. Oh, Maren, what has happened?
My husband, he died suddenly last night.
Oh, no. Oh, please, sit.
Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Larson. He has it set for tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
This is terrible news. I will certainly bake for the funeral with no charge. I suppose there's no savings.
Oh.
And you have 8 children. However will you provide for them?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, wait. There's smart women here. What should she do?
Perhaps she could live with family.
I know the usual. Mothers are supposed to send their children off to family, but I don't have any other family. Or to an orphanage.
No.
I can't.
It is not right that a woman cannot be the breadwinner of a family. Perhaps she could work for one of you. I'm sure she would be a great boon to your business.
Maybe we can share her employment.
We do have our own businesses. We make our own decisions. Marin, after the funeral, we will get together and we will talk and we will help you through this.
Thank you.
Yes.
What was that?
Girls, go see what's going on in the street. People, you may want